Now, elementary transformation matrix means you are doing these three operations: flipping the rows, multiplying a row by constant, or multiplying a row by constant and adding it to the other row. These are the three elementary transformations which we are doing on identity matrix to get a transformation matrix E1, E2, E3, E4, and those are pre-multiplied to I. So we want all those transformation matrices E1, E2, E3, E4, which if multiplied with each other, we will get A, that is matrix A, 3 minus 1, 2, 4. So just try to find out all those elementary matrices. Then we will check what happens to the determinants of these elementary transformation matrices and then arrive at the theorem that we want to prove. That is, product of determinants is determinant of product. Now, suppose if you happen to get those three matrices, E1, E2, E3, elementary transformation matrices, which produce A, then the equation will look like E1, E2, E3. And we are finding it difficult to search these people. So suppose they are E1, E2, E3. Can we transpose them to the other? I mean, make LHS identity by multiplying E1 inverse in the right side and E1 inverse in the right side. So if you do it for all three, you end up getting A into E1 in the inverse, E2 inverse, E3 inverse, which is A into A inverse, which is identity. So this A inverse, that is what you have got, is a product of these three elementary inverse matrices. If you take inverses of individual and write it in LHS in opposite order, that is the factorization of A that you will get. Now you can do it. Okay, so after some calculations, you end up getting E1, E2, E3, E4 as shown, and they are elementary transformations. If we say first transformation is flipping, second is multiplying a row by constant, third is multiplying a row by constant and adding it to the other row. So this is second type of transformation for E1. This is third type of transformation for E2, second type of transformation for E3, and third type of transformation for E4. We may cross check by multiplying these four matrices together, we end up getting A. Okay, and all those are elementary transformation matrices, and we know exactly what happens to the determinant when an elementary matrix get pre-multiplied. Okay, so we can always state this, that suppose A is a matrix and it gets pre-multiplied by E1. So if you take determinant of E1 into A, it is going to be E1 times determinant of A. Now, this is going to be true because E1, if it is of 1 or 3 type, E1, if it is of 1 or 3 type transformation, then determinant does not change. So determinant, whatever determinant does not change means it is 1, E1. Okay, so 1 times determinant of A is going to be determinant of LHS. So proved. 1 and 2, it is proved. As far as second is concerned, determinant of E1 is that constant multiple times determinant of identity matrix. Determinant of E1 is constant multiple times determinant of identity matrix. Therefore, you get that constant out here. Say in our case, E1 is 3 by 2 constant here. And 3 by 2 multiplied by determinant of A is going to be same as determinant of E1, multiplication of E1 into A. So here also it is true. In case of 2 also it is going to be true because E1, determinant of E1 is equal to constant times identity matrix. Okay, so if you put E1 and E1 is equal to E1 matrix E1 is equal to one of the rows, K times one of the rows of that matrix to be put inside. So when you take determinant, you will take that K out. K inside bracket I into A will be the LHS and 3 by 2 into A will be RHS. So it will be true for second. So for all practical purposes, this rule E elementary transformation matrix multiplied by any other matrix is equal to determinant of elementary transformation matrix multiplied by A. This is true. Now, if it is true, then what we are saying is A into B matrix, consider matrix A into B. We wish to prove that it is A times B. Correct? So, matrix A into matrix B is equal to, in our case, A is E4, E3, E2, E1 times B. This is correct, right? So now we are supposed to look at, so I can write this as, this matrix as E4, E3, E2 times E1B, that is A into B. And now if I take, okay, not like this. I have to do it from left. So erase. Okay. A into B is equal to E4 times E3 into E1 times B. I can consider that this is the multiplication of these two matrices A into B. Yes. But E4 times this matrix is equal to this matrix itself. Wait. Okay. So now what we have as a tool, what we have with us is elementary transformation matrix into A. Determinant of that is equal to determinant of elementary transformation matrix into determinant of A. This is true. We have verified it. Correct? Now, A dot B can be written as E4, E3, E2, E1 dot B. Dot means multiplication. Okay. Now I can take determinants of both sides. Yes. And therefore, we will consider this E4 only as a elementary transformation. Then it is E4 times whatever this matrix is going to be this RHS, true because of this statement, which is true. Then second step, what we will do is E4 into E3. E4 is the first factor that we have found out. Now we are factorizing the second matrix which is remaining. It will get product factorized as E3 into E2, E1B. Correct? So this is also true. And therefore, with a couple of steps, what we will get is elementary transformation matrix for what is this? Elementary transformation matrix 4 multiplied by elementary transformation matrix 3 multiplied by elementary transformation matrix 2 multiplied by elementary transformation matrix 1 into B. That is what is going to be A into B, determinant of A into B. And now what we are supposed to do is put them together. Internet आत्ताच तुझी स्तुती केली. Microsoft whiteboard. कोणीतरी मायक्रोसॉफ्टला लागा रे तुम्ही इंजिनियर झाल्यावर आणि हे जरा ठीक करा. अजून त्यांना काही झेपलेलं नाहीये. हा चला इथपर्यंत आलो. So we have got this completely product form. Now we are supposed to say that I can always combine these two to get E4 E3 into E2 into E1 into B. Yes, because I am applying it in this direction now. This direction. Earlier I have applied it in this direction. It is always true both ways. So E4 E1 and therefore dot 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 I can always combine E4 E3 E2 E1 times B. Correct? And this is nothing but absolute value of A, I mean not absolute value, determinant of A into determinant of B. That completes our proof. Of product of determinant is determinant of product. We have to take elementary transformation matrix for helping us out. Every matrix non-zero, I mean non-zero matrix, non-singular matrix can be factorized into elementary transformation matrices. This is the fundamental principle that we are using. Matrix A is 3 by 2. Find the determinant of BA. Okay, for those who have solved the first problem, let P less than M be two positive integers. Find the value of the determinant. M choose 0, M choose 1, M choose P, and the last row is M plus P choose 0, M plus P choose 1, M plus P choose P. Okay, those who have solved first two problems should solve this. You can assume them to be, I mean, you have to solve it meticulously. So suppose if you assume them to be A, B, C, D, E, F, then multiply this 3 by 2 by A, B, C, D, E, F, you get a symmetric matrix 3 by 3. A square plus D square. AB plus D. AC plus DF. AB plus D. AC plus DF. This is going to be BC EF. BC plus EF. And this is A square plus D square. This is B square plus E square. This is C square plus F square. That is what is observation. You get symmetric matrix when you have these two transposes. A and B are transposes of each other. If this is A, then this is A transpose. Okay. Now you are being asked to find out determinant of A transpose A. So there are 6 variables that you have already assumed, and it is going to be very difficult for you to take care of all those 6 elements and evaluate based on these 9 values that you have. In fact, you should be able to solve them because there are 6 unknowns and we will have more than 6 equations. However, it is more convenient to start assuming those numbers and keep correcting it. So after a couple of tries, you end up getting 2 to 1 minus 2, 1, 2 multiplied by 2 to 1 minus 2, 1, 2. Makes it desired 8, 2 minus 2, 2, 5, 4 minus 2, 4, 5. Once you are done with this, it is just flipping and getting the answer. 2, 2, 1 minus 2, 1, 2 multiplied by 2, 2, 1 minus 2, 1, 2. It becomes 9, 9, 0, 0. And therefore the determinant answer is 81. Moreover, it can be proved that if the given determinant is symmetric, then if AB is symmetric, then BA is equal to trace by 2, 0, 0 trace by 2. This is what is the matrix that you end up getting. And that is what is 9 and 9. Total trace is 18 upon 2 is 9 and 9. And I was just cross-checking, and it will have some additional solutions, maybe better solutions, theoretically correct. And instead of trial errors, they will give you direct answer. I was surprised when I was trying to find out eigenvalues of this matrix. Of course, determinant is, see, determinant of given matrix AB is equal to 0 need not be even calculated. You need not calculate the determinant of this because it is 3 by 3 matrix, which is created by linear combination of two vectors. There are only 2 vectors here in A. So it is bound to be 0. Determinant of this, in fact, determinant of this in general also is going to be 0. Because this 3 by 3 space is created out of only 2 vectors. And therefore, it cannot span 3-dimensional space, this matrix, the product matrix. It will span only 2-dimensional space, therefore determinant is bound to be 0. And when I check the eigenvalues, lambda 1 is equal to 0 and lambda 2 is 9, 9. It's a repeat lambda value. That happens over here, though that number goes and sits here. Maybe we will have to decode it further why it happens so, but I think you need to really get into deeper of linear algebra. But there will be some other solutions which will give us the reasoning for this. This is what this is. If you just take this matrix and try to find out the eigenvalues of that, then lambda 1 is equal to 0 is obvious because determinant is 0. But lambda 2 happens to be a repeat value, and that is 9 and 9, which is diagonalized matrix lambda, which is sitting here. I think this Microsoft whiteboard is gone. Anyway. Okay, so that is what is the answer. 9 into 9 is 18. And this problem second, p plus 1 by p plus 1 determinant to be solved by subtracting kth row from k plus 1th row. And then you will end up being in delta p by p, which will look exactly like the original one. However, first entry will be 1 and all the entries in the first column will be 0. If we keep doing this, all the diagonal entries will be 1 and all the entries below the principal diagonal will be 0, and therefore this determinant will be equal to 1. That is what is the answer for question 2. And question 3 is direct factorization. Factorization of given determinant is 1, 1, 1, x, y, z, x square, y square, z square, 1, 1, 1, 2x, 2y, 2z, x square, y square, z square. And if you, these two are again same if you take out these two common and take transpose. Therefore, its complete factorization is 2 into y minus z bracket square, x minus y bracket square, and z minus x bracket square. Okay. So that concludes our discussion on determinant, and that concludes our discussion on the entire IIT Advanced syllabus. Stop.